Hello, everyone. We are live. It is me, Melissa D. Hall here. And y'all, if y'all have seen the postings, seen the emails, right? We are talking about why I gave up building my own websites. And I have here, y'all, Erin Kassover of Agent Methods. Okay, just some housekeeping information for those of y'all. First of all, as y'all come in, say hello. Say hello. Tell me how you doing. Check in, replay, hashtag replay. Go ahead and check in and say hello to me. Okay. Let me know in the comments here. The comments haven't started coming through yet. Tell me, do you have a website for your business? Yes or no? Let me know if you have a website, yes or no, as you come in. Okay. Now, we are all doing this for the best AEP ever conference. For those of you all who have already signed up, we thank you. It is a free conference teaching you how to write 100 applications for Medicare. And it is happening, y'all, June 17th. Okay, June 17th, it is happening. If you have already registered below, let me know if you have already registered, okay? Michael Dillon, you haven't registered yet? Is it no, you don't have a website, Michael Dillon, or you haven't registered for the conference yet? Okay. Because you can go to melissadhall.com/AEP or here on it /events, whatever you choose to do, you can register. So I know you have registered, Michael Dillon, so you must not have a website. Okay. So what is it? Okay. All right, come on, you all. Listen, I see you all are coming on in here. I see you all are coming on in here, okay? I see my Facebook audience. Just adding everyone. Okay, so tell us, as you come in, do you have your own website? Yay or nay? Or are you winging it? Do you even have an email? Some people don't even have like an email address, a branded email address. All right, I'm just waking everybody up. Tell them to come watch this and go ahead and share this out. So you said you don't have a website yet. All right, well, we're going to talk all about that. All right, SEO, so she says she doesn't have one yet. It's okay. You will have one. And I see also it just went out inviting all of our email subscribers. And we are also live on LinkedIn as well. Shout out to LinkedIn. We always appreciate LinkedIn here.
Hello, LinkedIn.
Yes, hello, LinkedIn. Okay, y'all. So let's get down to it. Okay, let's get down to it right now, you all. As I was saying, when it comes to having a website, okay, I am one of those people who. Oh, what's up, Keyshawn Alexander? How are you? Welcome. So, Keyshawn, do you have a website? Yes or no?
Uh-oh. Background noise.
I know. I'm at my mom's house. I told her, I said, Mom, they cannot see you, but they can hear you. And so I think she wants to be heard.
She wants to join. Does she have a website?
Yeah. Yes, no, you hear in the background. I told my mom, I said, Mom, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. No, if you know about the 5 heartbeats, that's the slogan there. She said, Keyshawn said, no, I paid someone $375 and still waiting. Wow. Okay, well, let's talk about it because I paid way less than that for my website, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, okay, I was a do-it-yourself queen. I've been on the internet for a very long time. And so at first, I was just doing just a web page, just a one-page landing page, getting started, right? Back when they had Blogger, back when it was just, I think Wix had just started coming out. You remember that, Aaron?
Old school, yeah.
Old school.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. Did you have a MySpace page?
I was on MySpace just a tad, but I was more like Google Blogger. And those are people who've been with me. That's how they found me on the Google Blogger because I always tell people I can write better than I can talk. Okay, so so I was on there. And, my whole thing was, hey, I can handle this myself. I just need something to show folks, right? And as technology changed, I was like, I have a vision where, people could go and enroll themselves, right? And I was like, well, I don't want anybody else to have my site. And, I just had a lot of like hangups when it came to a site and websites, just like Keyshawn is telling you here, $375, that's not cheap to me still. $375 is still money, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like websites, I remember getting a quote and a person wanted $5,000 to build a website.
Oh yeah.
$5,000, right? Has anybody ever had to deal with a person having to pay a person $5,000 to, build their website? Those were the type of quotes I was getting. So I was like, I'll just do it myself. And eventually I found someone and I paid them, I think we started off on Squarespace. I paid her like $1,500 to do it on Squarespace. And it was cool, but to me, it just looked really dated. But it was easy and I could do it myself. And then from there, especially as technology has evolved in the Medicare space, right? We can do scopes online and we can really like send our clients a link and they can enroll themselves. I was like, all right, well, I'll go ahead and maybe, pay somebody to upgrade my website for me. Okay. And so I paid a gentleman. He was like, you should put your website on WordPress. And I was really good on Squarespace, but because I could update it myself, right? Or pay somebody. But WordPress, if those of you all are familiar with WordPress, it's a whole different ball game. So that
people say WordPress is easy, but the people that say that are web developers.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they think that it's easy. And I was just like, okay, I'll try. And it was not easy at all. It really like had me captured to the web developer. And one thing that I have found is this. It's like, it's one thing to pay for the site, but then you have to pay to maintain the site. And those are two different things. Okay. And so, I was kind of in that catch-22. I had this site. Honestly, it still looked like my Squarespace site. Then it's like I could never update it as easily, right? I was missing a lot of messages. It was always a broken link. And then I started hearing about your company, Agent Methods. And those people who follow me, I'm very big on branding. And I was just like, I don't want my things to look like everybody else's. That was my really big hang up. Because everything I do, like, it's so custom, it's so specific. I have like all the photos on my site for the most part, they're my own photos, right? Of people that I've taken, like my clients or different photography and things. So I just really did not want to have to, use the stock photos that everybody was doing. I didn't want my site to look regular. What's this? Somebody said, Jessica Renee said, glad I caught you live today. Thank you. I'm so happy you're here, Jessica. Yes, absolutely. Jessica, do you have your own website? Let us know. So I was just like, when it came to that, I was like, I just was very resistant, but I kept seeing Agent Methods. Everybody was saying that you're really good. I had changed my FMO. They were like, okay, I work with these folks. I'm like, okay, let me just talk to them. Because one thing I can say is I kept hearing you all's names, but I didn't hear any complaints. I was like, okay, that says something. Okay. So some vendors come and go. I was like, okay, let me try it out. I was like, all right, talking to them on the phone. Then I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to go and write a whole bunch of copy. Because then once you get the website, and y'all, if you all, she said, I do not. Jessica says she does not have a website, and this is so helpful. Okay, Jessica, very good. I'm happy you caught this. And if anything I am saying to you all is relating to you at the bottom here, just type in, you can relate. Okay, please let us know. I'll definitely feature you. So went ahead, had the conversation with your team, right? And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, I am going to have to write all this copy, which takes a bunch of time, get all these photos, just get all this stuff. Okay. And I talked to the gentleman. I cannot think of his name, but he was excellent. Okay. And I'm telling you, y'all, I'm not lying to y'all. They told me that my site was going to take 3 weeks for the first draft. Okay. Because I'm all about how long is this going to take? Because I got it right before AEP last year. I'm not lying to y'all. my site, I had a draft in less than a week. Okay. I don't know if that's typical for you all, but I had a draft of my whole site. And if you all have ever seen my site looks great. Okay. I didn't have to write a whole bunch of stuff. They kind of took what was off my other site. Also, I was concerned about compliance. It's compliant. And I not only use my website now to get clients to enroll, I use it for recruiting as well. Okay. I use it. So somebody, Keyshawn said, I was told 3 to 4 weeks.
We're
Wow.
waiting.
3 to 4 weeks. Is that for your first draft or what? Tell us, Keyshawn. All right. So yeah, 3 to 4 weeks though, that's kind of like normal out there too, Keyshawn. Just being completely transparent. 3 to 4 weeks for the first draft. Where did you find this person at? Okay. So for the first draft, 3 to 4 weeks for the first draft. That's what so many people are going through. And I know people now who even have to wait even longer than that for the first draft. And then if you want any changes, and again, to keep it updated. And I do feel that it is important, especially in the Medicare industry, that our websites or whoever you deal with, right, they know how to make a compliant site. And I feel like Agent Methods has definitely cracked the code on that. And so when I have a vendor or a partner or a sponsor for the Best AEP Ever conference, I wanted people that I actually used. And you all are those people. So we have the man himself here who created the company. So you own the company, correct, Aaron?
I do, yeah.
Let's talk about, like, how did you get into this, especially for insurance agents? Were you an insurance agent at one point, or?
I had an insurance agent license.
Okay.
Does that make me an agent? I don't know if it does.
But did you ever sell anything?
I passed the test. So this is a strange story, and it's going to go more than we can talk about today.
Okay.
I was a consultant working for carriers.
Okay.
And so I was working with, the huge names that we all know. And one of them, who I will not name, wanted to try selling policies online, and they had to have an agent name associated with it. So I said, well, I'll go do that.
Okay.
I went and took a test, and I got licensed. And a few weeks later, I was at my dad's house for Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And maybe you can relate to this. I bet every agent can relate to this. I'm at my dad's house with his grandkids. It's Thanksgiving dinner. And he discovers that his son is a newly licensed, totally clueless licensed insurance agent. And so in the middle of Thanksgiving dinner, he pulls out a letter he got from one of his insurance carriers about a policy change. And he wanted to ask me, like, what should I do? Do you get those questions from your?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So he's like, my kid's an agent. I'm going to ask him. And I was like, Dad, call your agent. Don't talk to me. This is Thanksgiving. Talk to the grandkids about school. And and that like solidified the importance of feet on the street, the importance of somebody to talk to my dad. And so doing work with carriers and then seeing this, I thought, you know what, I need to go help these agents, take the skills I have, and enough with the carriers. I love carriers. We need them. But this is what ignited the passion in me.
I love that. So you got it. So you've always kind of been a tech guy. Is that right?
I'm a tech guy. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're a tech guy with social skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
I try. I try.
You are. He is, y'all. He's very, one thing I can say about Aaron, he's very social. He's very creative, because I met Joseph Kelsey. I met him at Medicarians. Okay. Uh-huh. And I was so excited to meet y'all. I'm sure he probably told you. I was just so happy, right? And and I told him about the conference. He was like, well, you're going to have to meet Aaron. And I was just like, oh, God. I did not know what to expect. Yes. And it was just the total opposite. And I was like, okay, he gets it. And especially, I wrote about going to Tech Week in New York, right? Mm-hmm. And in Tech Week in New York, I was just like, these people totally forgot about insurance. They forgot about seniors. When I talk about what I do, my eyes glassed over, and I'm like, it's
Mhm.
money in this. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I mean, like
Mhm.
you all are like leading the way on it, right?
Mhm.
Because you all
Mhm.
really understand it, but it's just like such an underserved type niche is insurance
Mhm.
people.
Mhm. Yeah, and underserved, it's hard. Insurance sales is hard,
Hmm.
right? And so it's already hard. So do you need to also be a techie and learn all the techie stuff to be successful? That's not fair, and that's why going it on your own didn't work out for you because you're already busy enough.
Yes.
And then to say now you have to become an expert in online marketing and HTML and building websites and usability and just throw compliance in there and go read the CMS Medicare marketing guidelines. That's too much.
Absolutely. So let's talk about that, right? So agent, so we have agents out there who like Keyshawn, she said she's paid someone 375
Mhm.
to get to do a website for her, things of that sort. Like, where do you think agents go wrong in the whole website trying to get online type of situation? Like what is the number one thing you think that they're doing wrong? Mhm.
You told me we don't have too much time, so I have to be focused here. And I don't mean to pick on anybody.
Uh-huh.
You have the phrase that you love, which I am going to steal, and I will give you credit for,
It's okay.
which is the first sales appointment, the first appointment.
Yes.
And honestly, the HTML, the techie stuff, that's a solved problem. You can work with agent methods. You can go on Fiverr and find somebody. You can go to Squarespace. The technical part's not the hard part. It's it's the other stuff. It's the communicating your business and engaging with prospects. That's
Mm.
the hard part. And understanding. So my guess is the reason why you wait 4 weeks for a first draft from your web developers because they don't know what the heck insurance is. They don't know
Mm.
the business. And so when you go hire somebody just off the street, you have to pay them to learn about insurance. And it's hard to do. It's complicated.
So that's it. Because, again, Keyshawn, I'm not gonna give away the price, but I want to say a month, I'm paying significantly less than you, right, to be with Agent Methods. And are you all able to charge so low, right? Because it is low based on everything we're getting. Because you all know insurance already, you all don't have
Mhm,
that learning curve.
mhm, mhm. Yeah. So about half of our team is or has been a licensed agent. So we've
Okay.
walked in their shoes and we understand the business. We only work with insurance agents. We
Question before we go any further. Do you all own an insurance agency?
no,
Okay, that's good to know. So it's not like you all have an insurance agency in the back where you all
no,
are learning all this stuff and you all could take our leads and all the
no,
things because
no,
because that
no.
has been an issue for me too. Other
Yeah.
people in the industry, they do create websites, but they also have insurance agencies. It's like working at a bank. I used to work at a bank, and it's a known thing between people who work at banks. We never bank where we work, right? And that and that's kind of like that. Yeah.
We are in the picks and shovels business. All
Okay.
the gold belongs to you. We just give
Okay.
you the pick to go mine it. That's so the gold is yours.
Okay. Okay. So we're paying people to learn about insurance and the compliance.
Yes.
And I can say that is a thing because, again, in Medicare, we all have to have all these disclosures, right? Like just even a person contacting
Mhm,
us, even
mhm,
landing on our webpage, is certain
mhm,
disclosures we have to
mhm,
have as insurance agents. And me trying to explain that,
mhm,
right, to someone, it was a lot. It was a lot of heavy lifting.
mhm,
It
mhm,
was a lot of heavy lifting, and it looks nowhere near as good as what I have now. So you said
mhm,
the first appointment, like you said,
mhm, mhm.
competing with the person. What? No, to explain to people what the first appointment
The
is.
first appointment. So we we've already mentioned that selling insurance is hard. You have to go through so much licensing and contracting, AHIP. There's so much there, and then you have to know your quoting and enrollment tools and all of your carriers, your sales presentation. So this like to get ready for October. This is the summer. This is the agenda for the summer. The problem is that that's only half the process. So I won't say it's the easy part, but once you get somebody in your office, once they sit down with you, the chances of you actually enrolling them are pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The hard part is getting them there, getting them to sit down with you.
Right.
And And today, imagine somebody gets referred to Melissa. And I might say, I know Melissa, she's fantastic. She knows her products inside and out. You should call her. That person, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to go Google you. They're going to go look you up on Google, check you out. And they're going to decide for themselves the most important thing. 74% of consumers, when they're surveyed about what's the most important thing in your insurance agent, it's trust. Do I trust this person? And so before they call you, before they schedule an in-person meeting, you have to sell yourself. You have to sell why should they trust you over somebody else. And the really, really challenging thing is that happens without you in the room. So they go and decide based on what they find on Google. A friend told them to talk to you, but they Google you. They look at what they see. They look at your website. And today's seniors, no more of this. My seniors don't use the web. Seniors are super techie. Seniors,
that's very true.
Seniors use the web all day long. They have their phone or their tablet. It's part of their lives. They manage their retirement. They manage their doctor's appointments, their prescriptions. They look at pictures of grandkids. They check in with friends online.
My Chart, Zoom.
Yeah, My Chart, Zoom, FaceTime, all of these things. Seniors are techie. In fact, seniors are the only group that's spending more this year than last year in technology.
You know what? I can believe that. I can believe that. Very, very true. And whoever wins this tech race is going to blow up. And I can say that too. Like for me, my clients, they literally do check me out online before they get with me. Like for those of y'all who do not know, I do television advertising, right? So I'm on television with my commercials. And they told me, Melissa, put your website on there so that they can check you out first. But I'm like, I want them to call me. They're like, still put your website on there. So I didn't put my website on there. Okay. Because I want them to stay focused on calling me. Even with me doing that, right? Every time my commercial ran, my website traffic goes up because they find me online. Even before calling me, they're still trying to find me. They're still finding me online. They're using that as a validation source.
Right. They still want to have that first appointment before they talk to you.
Absolutely. They want to see that I'm real. They want to see that I'm real. Like, it's amazing. And can anybody here, like, agree to this? Like, even though like they might get a referral or somebody might tell them, they could even meet you in person, but they still want to go online to see if you're a scam or not. Like online is very validating to people. Almost kind of more than word of mouth, to see if you're legitimate or credible or not. So it's huge. I don't think it's something that can be ignored. So it's not just about getting a website, right? It's also about having a quality website that does look legitimate, and I feel like my website before looked very homegrown, right? It looked very homegrown. And I think when you get to a certain point in your career, you want to transition from homegrown to enterprise. And so I definitely feel like I've been able to do that. And like, so the Best AEP Ever Conference, which you all are the title sponsor for, okay, we appreciate you. All righty.
So excited about that.
Yes, it's going to be amazing, y'all. I can't wait. Thank you to all of y'all who registered. So then, so I was saying from my website looks so superior. Okay, so when it comes to 100 applications, I'm actually using my website, y'all, for people to book their own appointments, even while I am with them, right? Even while I do my seminars and stuff, they're still booking on my website. They're still signing the scope through my website. Like even my mom, who she just wanted to make an appearance, so it's okay.
Hi, Mom.
Mom, say hey to you. Okay, listen, I don't know if you know this, Aaron, but my mom is 75 and she just got her license. Okay. Yes. And she is so excited to just be part of this industry. Yes. And so, even my mom, again, my CRM was a little bit too complicated for her to try to use, especially if you just hiring a person, y'all, and y'all want to fly, right? So she was actually using the website to schedule people for me during AEP, right on my calendar there. And they were getting confirmations and everything, and just a lot more, because, part of having the 100 applications is having infrastructure.
Yes.
And your website is part of your infrastructure. Because this is the thing, even if you don't necessarily have, quote unquote, the look together, right? If you have your infrastructure, right? How you intake people, allowing you to help many at once, because 1,000 people could go to my website right now and submit inquiries and schedule appointments, right? And I wouldn't have to handle anything. I wouldn't have to hire an extra person. That's infrastructure. That's how you get to 100 applications. 100 applications is worth $66,000. That's up front. That's a lot of money. Okay. And you want to do that with as less overhead as possible and as efficiently and compliantly as possible, right? And so that has allowed me to do it. And part of that too, besides the infrastructure, right? And if you all are on my email list, you got this, is about speed. Speed. Because to get 100 applications, again, that's not something you're going around handing paper for, right? That's not something you're necessarily taking every phone call for, right? You have to have an extra, tool, which is a good website, because it's not just a place on the internet where people see your face. A good website is a tool. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, well, it's that first meeting, and so this is your good website, good complete social profiles, and online reviews. Those are what we see as the three pillars of that first appointment.
Okay.
You have those things nailed, you're going to close that first sale, which is getting them to talk to you.
Okay, cool.
And so if you're buying leads, if you're getting referrals, if you have existing customers, you have to make sure that you bridge that gap so that they go to you as opposed to somebody else.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. First, I just want to highlight, before we go a little bit further, I just want to take this time and highlight Keyshawn Alexander. Thank you so much, Keyshawn, for sharing out this live stream and encouraging other agents to use it to view this as well. And make sure you all give Aaron a call. If y'all want more information, Keyshawn, you need to go ahead and call him. I'm sure he would love to hear from you. Wouldn't you love to hear from Keyshawn,
I would
Aaron?
love to hear from you, Keyshawn.
I know something tells me and Keyshawn haven't talked, but something tells me she's a superstar. She just need an opportunity. Yep. So Keyshawn, we would love to talk to you and see how we can get you up and going. And if you go to www.agentmethods.com, you can go right there and you can just do a free consultation. Okay. And so we're going to wrap this up, but I want Aaron to talk about this one last thing, because again, y'all, I talked to him and I could talk all day. Okay. And he said something about these online reviews, because listen, if you all are trying to get Google reviews, everybody's heard about Google reviews, right? I have a ton of Google reviews for my business. We all know that Google reviews are important, but I did not know that you could do Google reviews the wrong way. So Aaron, tell them about that. And that's going to be it.
Well, I know we have a Best AEP conference coming up in a week, and I will talk a bit more depth about this there. But what I will say today is that there's one fairly simple, in fact, very simple thing that agents can do today, put in place now, that's going to make them 3 times more likely to get contacted by online shoppers.
What is it?
I'll tell you next week at the conference.
This is not right. This is not right.
There's one thing. It's not that hard. And I'm going to dive into it at the Best AEP conference. Best AEP ever. So, Melissa, I hope you're signed up.
Okay. You see, y'all, he's playing around. Okay. So, I guess that's it. Okay. I guess that's it. I thought we were about to get the juice here. Okay. But you all have to come to the conference, www.melissadhall.com/AEP. Make sure y'all go there. We're going to listen on the conference. We're going to take you behind the scenes of my website and how it's working, how I have everything connected Okay, so clients find me and sign up for me online, schedule their own appointments. Also, agents, I use it as a recruiting tool too. I get tons of agents all the time, okay, that are going to my website applying to work with me. So those of you all who want to be team builders, it works for that too. Keyshawn says I sell life, home, commercial, and auto. Come on,
You're
man.
busy.
Yes, that's yeah, she is. She's very busy. She's very busy, and you definitely have to have a great website for that. Because let me tell you, Keyshawn, especially with that auto and home, right? You could sell that online all day. That your website could be like your second agent. Really, they don't even need to talk to you. They can sign up online, And one thing I do like about Agent Methods is that I think you all have an open API, isn't that right?
We have ways to integrate. Yeah. So we have a
Yes.
bunch of integrations with CRM and agency management platforms.
Absolutely, yes. And so, like, I would say this for my uh, events, right? You all know I host a lot of events, Wellness Wednesdays, in-person events, things of that sort, right? I put those events also on my Agent Methods website. Okay. So when all these hundreds of people are registering and stuff to come to my events, because I have different places around the internet and other places, right? Agent Methods, my website is one of the places that they go to find me to sign up for that, right? So it's all a tool. It's all a tool. So best AEP ever, melissadhall.com/AEP or /events happening June 17th from 10 a.m. to 4. Aaron's going to be there. He's going to drop the sauce. Okay. He's going to
I'm
drop
going to reveal the secret.
He is. And I know no matter what it is, whether you go with Agent Methods or not, and we hope you do, right? You're going to be able to take away something, okay, on your own journey. Because I know it's some of you all out there want to do very informative. Thank you, LaWanna Baker. Now, LaWanna Baker is part of Team HIG. Happy to see you on here, okay? And LaWanna is part-time, okay? And those of you all who are short on time, who are part-time, things of that sort, who don't have a whole bunch of time to talk to people all the time, just hey, go to my website. Here's a link to my website. Fill out this form. Again, let it do the heavy lifting for you. Let it do the heavy lifting for you. Your website could be your secretary. All right. Look, you know what that means, y'all? When I do like this, that means I'm getting off my soapbox. All right.
You can stay on your soapbox as long as you want.
I love get off a soapbox, right? Get off the soapbox. Thank you so much, Aaron.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank y'all, everybody. Make sure y'all share this out. Make sure y'all register. Make sure y'all see Aaron at www.agentmethods.com. Tell them Melissa D. Hall sent y'all. And you know what? We're going to see y'all June 17th. We're going to see you June 17th. Have a great day.